creating for the fun of it, not concerned about who sees the video, or is it going to get likes, is it going to get follows, is it going to get blah, 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 blah. The ego just really wants to attach itself onto this, I need viewer counts, I need this, I need that, and I need that, and that's when I lose the fun. On my way up to the top. Don't want to step on that briar. Thing with walking in your bare feet. It's really, really beautiful and grounding and connecting with the earth's energy. But it's also, it's a way to keep you on your toes, no pun intended, but to really be present and stay engaged with your environment and nature, and not to move quickly. I've learned that, and it's a good lesson for me to slow down, and it avoids mistakes, cuts, slits of the foot open. Thought I'd share that. All right, onward. Test. You are recording. Get you in a better place. Hello, everybody. I'm just gonna set this camera up in a better spot, and then I'll start talking, or I'll start connecting with you all. Talking to myself. I just like to talk to myself as I set this camera up. Gotta figure out how to set this camera up. I don't want to sit on my keys on my butt. I do not want to lose my keys, because I know me. Going in my pocket. Remind me to get these out of my pocket, okay? You can comment and tell me at the end of this. Jared, don't forget. Cool. Hey, everybody. Let me take a sip of this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to flip this around. I don't like to look at myself while I film. All right, hold on. Okay. Ah. Hello. I'm trying to find in me what I am feeling right now. Pure connection. I'm feeling pure connection right now. I'm feeling pure connection with all of you watching. Like, it's just I feel that people are going to watch this. I think before there was this space of feeling like nobody was watching my videos. And in that space, I think I almost like that energy was projected, and like I felt like people could feel that. Um, and it may sound a little woo woo, but that's just how I felt. That's what my experiences was. So I'm really just trying to imagine that I am having a conversation. It's like, this is my TED Talk. Uh, Imagine that I'm having a conversation with all of you. You're right here in the woods with me. I just feel, I just feel so good right now. I feel so good. And there's so many things that I could talk about right now, like so many things that could flow out of me. Um, and I'm going to stick with what came up for me through the week that I feel I need to address uh, to my audience, and just to anyone who finds this video and is like, what's this guy's deal? Like, what is he, like some like spiritual guru or something? I'm like, here's the answer to that. No, I'm not some spiritual guru. I'm like, I don't even know why I had that thought, but I'm just, what I'll say to that is I am my own guru. I am going through all the intuitive messages that are coming up for me and guiding myself. And as my friend Ian so eloquently said to me through a Twitter share, is that um, something of the lines of like, why are you doubting yourself? Uh, Stop doubting yourself and just know that seeds that are planted always take time to grow. And right now I feel that these seeds are, now they're sprouting, and I'm feeling energized, and the spring is beautiful and it's giving me so much energy, and I've been just staying connected with nature and staying connected with, before I wouldn't say this out loud because I thought it was like super woo woo, but it just feels authentic. Like I have been connecting with the divine mother, nature. I've just been with nature, and it's been absolutely beautiful. Um, but what I really want to talk about today, and what I really wanted to share with all of you, is why I decided to go on the journey of the clown, and why I chose to identify as a clown. Now, me saying this, I feel like this is a life purpose of mine to be a clown, but identities change, and who fucking knows? I could within tomorrow or whatever, I that could change. But for now, it is powerful. It resonates with me, and it brings me joy. And within that joy, I can spread that out to all of you. I wanted to also share with you tonight so if you're in New York, it would be 7 o'clock. My time right now, I live in Arkansas, so that would be Central Standard Time. So it would be 6 o'clock for me. But Central Standard Time, 6 o'clock, I will be improving, performing clown, and just storytelling, sharing, sharing, sharing my light. So why, and how did I become a clown? this could be a long story, or I could do my best to really find the key moments. But I'm just gonna let spirit speak through me and see what comes up. Um, it started off when I was acting in New York City, and I had gotten a manager and basically acted like an agent. And I was doing a lot of different theater and um, independent film stuff, uh, doing commercial work. I was with Paradigm commercially. I wasn't what's the word? I was freelancing with Paradigm, and as I was doing that, I noticed that I was becoming disillusioned by the industry. I'll just leave it at that. And was becoming uninspired by what I was doing in that sphere. And so I became really depressed, very, very withdrawn. And I had this inkling to drop my manager, get out of the show that I was in. I was doing an off-Broadway show called Awesome 80s Prom, which was a super fun show, and I enjoyed it for the time that I was in it. And don't get me wrong, like all these different things that I was doing, I did enjoy it at the time, but something was missing, and I did not know what it was. And I just, like anything I was doing, I was just depressed doing. So I took a step back. I dropped my manager. I dropped out of the show I was in, and I was like, what next? I didn't know what to do. And so I had this anxiety that if this isn't filming, but if it doesn't film, it doesn't film. So I'll let that go. Uh, let me just check. Okay, it's filming. Couldn't let it go. Because I feel this stuff is important. So I got to this space where was like, what's next? And um, my good friend Ian and one of my friends, Andrew Jernigan, um, we all had this, we had all stayed connected after we got out of school. We all went to acting school together at the North Carolina School of the Arts, or now University North Carolina School of the Arts. And we just decided, hey, like we trained in clown in school, let's like take the red nose and bring it out on the streets and just start like performing and having fun. And we had like a huge group come with us, people from our school, and had a blast. Had just a blast fooling around and just connecting with people who wanted to connect with us, and but really tapping into this beautifulness that is clown, which is just a place of curiosity and innocence and looking at the world in a curious wonder. And so after we did that, it was Ian and Andrew and I, and we all found that we like really resonated with what the clown was offering. So we got this idea to film what we were doing. And then from filming what we were doing, that turned into like we started making sketch videos in the clown. And then from that, it turned into us creating a clown group called the Simpletons. And with it was just kind of like a snowball effect. And then it got to this point where we all had different missions in mind, different missions, different paths, different life paths. And then that's when the simpletons split apart. And I had noticed that for me in particular, I was still very much in the simpletons mindset or the simpletons message, and still wanted to keep it going. So I just decided to keep going with the clown. And I thought to do street performance. So I started doing street performing clowning, and within that street performing and connecting with the clown, I had this new sense of what the clown meant to me, and it was connection. Connection with the audience. You know, in theater, normally, unless it's Shakespeare, uh, you have a fourth wall, which is this imaginary wall that you don't, in a sense, connect with the audience. But with the clown, the fourth wall is gone, and you are bringing this curious innocence uh, to the audience, and you're connecting viscerally with the audience, and you're sharing a deep part of self. What I really loved about the clown and what it offered is that it was separating from acting Stanislavski character work per se, and it was tapping into deep self work. And that, within that, when I discovered that connection part, there was something there. There was something spiritual there that I connected with. And so I just kept going for it. I just kept diving into that. And lots of sadness came up around it, fear of looking like an idiot, which is the essence of clown, is embracing your idiot, embracing uh, the beauty of idiocy rather than shaming it or or using it as a tactic to pull you down. Um, and so within that, I just kept moving forward, and I traveled into Central America to perform for kids through NGOs and nonprofits, and I had raised money from donors and other people that I was friends with, and was able to support my traveling, and but also perform for free for these kids. And just it went deeper. It went deeper into the self. It went deeper into the connection with performance. And what I found within that performance, that it was all about me. It was all about like how I was doing, and it I was noticing it was less about the performance and just connection. So I found myself a bit depressed throughout the Central America trip, even though I had a brilliant time, but there was a learning process in one of my friends said, Ashley Jansen, it's not about you. It's not about you when you perform. Um, I would say a step up is it's about them. It's about outside yourself. And the happiness, when I can really tap into that space of it's about you. It's about outside of me, is where I can really find the joy. If I can be really present in that and not think about, oh, how do I look? How do I look? Um, how do I appear when I'm performing? I got something in my throat. Take a sip of water. I think that helped. It's yeah, the connection, the really like diving in deep with the connection of the audience when I can just let go of the, as a good friend Michelle Colt would say, uh, uh, letting go of the small s standing for the ego, and trying to stay tapped into the divine big S, which is the higher self. And so, yeah, just the more that I have stayed in the clown and performed and shared and kept going, the deeper it got, the deeper the self-awareness got, the deeper the self-improvement got, the deeper I got in touch with my feelings. And then I met one of the most loving, brilliant, giving people, Ed Malone, who is a clown teacher. And if you haven't taken his class and uh, you're looking to explore the clown world, definitely go to his Instagram, Clown School New York. I believe that's what it's called, or you can find him on his Clown Guru, um, which he's making a joke. If you if you didn't catch that, uh, uh, and yeah, find him there. That was a little plug of mine. Um, so from taking classes with Ed, I just even dove deeper. Uh, I started working sans red nose and started really like shedding away that tool and really tapping into a deeper sense of play without having to have something on my face. Um, and the deeper I went into that, the more stuff came up, the more emotions showed up. I mean, there was this one brilliant moment I had with him where it was around the beginning where he was basically like breaking my ego in his own way. I was in this space of like, I just feel like the way you're talking to me is not being very loving. And uh Ed said something like, "Oh, is that what your fucking yoga teacher taught you?" And that was probably a bastardized version of his Irish accent. But it surprised me, and I started to cry. And in that moment, he then got into this very sensitive place and worked with me in a place of like shedding my mask and really tapping into the beauty and the essence of Jared. And then that was the beginnings of unlocking why I started to really, really want to do clown. Before it was, I was very intrigued and interested, but um, I didn't take it as, you know, seriously. When I say seriously in quotes, it's, uh, you know, I feel like I don't need to explain that, but I, it's all a game. It's all a game with the clown. Life is a game, and when we can start looking at life as a beautiful game, the more pleasure, the more pleasure and brilliance can come out of it. Um, Period. I will move on from that. So after Ed's class, and then yeah, I think that's about it. And then from that point, I'm still exploring what the clown means to me, still exploring the storytelling and the openness and the curiosity and the play. And I'm really trying, not trying, I'm really tapping into uh, just having fun and just creating for the fun of it, not concerned about who sees the video or is it going to get likes? Is it going to get follows? Is it going to get blah, 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 blah? The ego just really wants to attach itself onto this. I need viewer counts. I need this. I need that. And I need that. And that's when I lose the fun. And I've realized this. And it's Instagram is a beautiful, I mean, all social media is a beautiful, beautiful tool. But I realize I have to remind myself that the reason I do this is connection and fun. Connection and fun. I'm just having fun talking to you guys right now, so I really think that I'm just I'm just I'm blessed to oh God. I just like as I that came out of my mouth, I started to make fun of myself in my head. I'm like, oh my gosh, are you coming in with the prayer emoji hands and saying you're blessed? Uh, um, maybe I can rephrase that. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm I'm not trying to cast any shade, uh, but I will say I am legitimately grateful and thankful to be sharing this with you and to be here right now. I'm just like having a good time, really, truly having a good time. Trees tickling me. And with that, I think that's a good place to wrap up. I love you all. Comment. I'd love to keep the conversation going and just to connect with all of you. If you would like to subscribe, please do. And if you want to get like I don't know too much about this, but I know there's like a notification bell beside the subscribe, and if you wanted to see more of the videos and when they pop up, the notification bell will like let you know. So if you want to like have my videos pop up in your feed, like there's a little bell right next to the subscribe button. So I'll talk with you next week.